Welcome to the video on connecting in Zoom for video conferencing that you may be utilizing with your teachers. Zoom is free right now, and teachers are going to utilize this throughout our school in order to connect with you and teach virtually. Zoom is an app that you can install on your computer or on your device through the App Store so that you can access video conferencing. You can also call in to video conferencing, and your teacher can provide you with a phone number and password to get into a video conference at any time if your bandwidth does not permit you to be able to stream video. You do not have to install the app to access a meeting from your teacher. You can utilize the link that they send you directly or go to Zoom's website and just join a meeting at any time. However, if you want to have options to be able to control your video, etc., you're going to want to install the app on either your phone or your computer. This video goes through how to access the website as well as download the app and install it on your computer. When you're on the web, you can just search for Zoom, and it will be the first website that pops up of zoom.us. On this website, you'll see that you have the ability to sign up for an account, and it's completely free. You also have the ability to join a meeting directly right here, where then you would put in the meeting ID and password your teacher has provided for you. You can click sign up, it's free, to be able to create an account, and you can even sign in straight with your Google account from school if you're already logged in. I'm going to go ahead and sign into my account since I've already created one. Once you create an account, you can see that you have a lot more options than you would if you didn't. You also have the ability to download your program onto your computer and install it. We're going to go ahead and go up to resources up at the top here, and that's where you could download the Zoom client. When you download the Zoom client, you'll see that it will ask you what you would like to install for your computer. We want the Zoom client for meetings. And when you download that, if you're using Google Chrome, it should download directly in the bottom left corner. If you are using Internet Explorer, it'll ask you if you want to save it in the bottom center. And if you're using another web browser, it should have an option showing you where you've downloaded it. Once you've downloaded it, you can open the installer and install the program. After you've installed the program and it loads, it should look something like this. This is where you can sign into your account again after you've already created it. And if you create an account with Google, you should be able to just sign in directly on the right by choosing Sign In with Google. Once you're signed in, your screen should look something like this. This is where you can join a meeting where your teacher has given you the code. You can chat with people directly or create new meetings if you need to. You can also choose to share your screen with your teacher so that way they can see what you're looking at if you need troubleshooting across the web. When you click join, again, it will ask you, just like it did before, for a meeting ID, and then it will give you your name that will appear in the video. You also have the video or chat to be able to not connect audio and to turn off your video within a meeting. I'm going to go into a meeting right now and show you what it looks like once you're in your meeting. When you're in your meeting, you have the ability down in the bottom left to mute your microphone, which I highly suggest that you do. You also have the ability to stop your video at any time, especially if things are getting very laggy because of your internet bandwidth. You can see that when I stop the video, I no longer appear, and as more people were to enter into this meeting, there will be more boxes with them in here. I highly suggest that when you enter a meeting at any time, you mute your microphone. When you mute your microphone, this will make it so that you are not disrupting the meeting and your teacher while they're teaching. I think it's also important to note that when you mute your microphone, it makes it so that they can't hear like your dogs and cats in the background, people in the background, you chewing, those kinds of things. And please be courteous to your other classmates as well as your teacher, and please mute your microphone. When you want to talk, you just go back down and unmute it. If your microphone and video aren't working, number one, make sure your webcam's plugged in if you don't have one that's completely integrated into your computer. Number two, you have these drop-down menus where you can then choose to navigate through your video settings as well as your microphone settings. And you can see on this menu right here, you have a test speaker and microphone option. I would highly suggest that you test that and go through the settings if you're having issues. You can also see what participants are in here, and you can share your screen within here, as well as choose the chat. The chat will open up the chat within your Zoom so that you are typing to everyone by default. You can share files through here, and you can make it so that you're only participating with certain people. In addition, if you wanted to send a message to a certain person, you can click this drop-down menu here, and if there were more people in the meeting, you could choose those people and chat with them privately. When you want to leave the meeting, you can just leave the meeting. This will either say end meeting or leave meeting in the bottom right-hand corner. And that's how you can navigate through Zoom.